The Pandavas are living in abject terror. They are worried Purochana will set fire to the house any day now. They don't trust the miner who has come and said he is here to build a tunnel. The miner has to convince them by reminding that he is aware of what Vidura has said to Yudhishthira while they left Hastinapura. And when trust is established, the miner is now allowed to start digging the tunnel. He starts at the center of the house and digs straight down and then starts extending it towards the forest. Now, at all times, the mouth of the tunnel is covered with wooden planks so that Purochana does not know. This minister, Purochana, he is sleeping at the doors to ensure that the Pandavas never get to escape. While the Pandava brothers are allowed to hunt during the day, Kunti is almost a prisoner in this house. One day, when there is a large celebration, a lot of guests arrive. With them comes a family, led by a Nishada woman and her 5 children, and it looks almost like a replica of the Pandava family. Bhima decides this is the time, and the Nishada family becomes the unfortunate collateral damage in this plot. The brothers, with their mother, escape through the tunnel, set fire to the house. Purochana, who was responsible for building every inch of it and turned it into an inflammable inferno, burns with it. The Pandavas have gotten out of the tunnel and reached the forest. But the villagers in Varnavata have understood the plot. They blame Dhritarashtra and even go so far as to say Bhishma, Drona, Vidura, all of them were involved in this plot to kill the Pandava children. In time, when the fire is put out in the morning, they realize charred bodies are found. The miner, who is also among the villagers to enter the burnt house, has ensured that he closes the mouth of the tunnel so no one finds out that Pandavas have actually escaped. The Kaurava family, led by Dhritarashtra and Duryodhana, come and perform the funeral rites for the bodies of what they think are Pandavas. Dhritarashtra spends a lot of riches and gives away a lot of dana to ensure that he suitably honors the memory of his brother's children. He announces in front of everyone, teary-eyed, that finally my brother and all his children are dead. The race of Pandu is over. Little does he know that the Pandavas are going to make a comeback very soon. In the forest, the Pandavas are suffering even more. And we see this suffering through the eyes of the strongest Pandava, Bhima. He is the one who realized within no time, as they had walked through the forest, that all of them are tired and cannot walk anymore. They are suffering from thirst also. So Bhima picks up his mother and puts her on his shoulder. He picks up the twins, Nakula and Sahadeva, and carries them on his hips. He picks up Yudhishthira and Arjuna and carries both of them in his arms, and carrying this much load, he is somehow able to walk faster than all of those people when they were walking by themselves. There's no time to stop, there's no time to pause. He runs and runs and runs, and in the middle of the forest, finally, when they're ready to rest, they realize that they're all thirsty and there's no water to be found. It's Bhima who once again goes and finds water for them. He has taken charge of protecting the family. And as they are sleeping, Bhima stays up and keeps a guard as well. He looks at his mother and his brothers who are sleeping on the ground and wonders, what sins have they committed that they suffer so much? Kunti, his mother, who should be sleeping on beds made of velvet, is sleeping in dirt. Yudhishthira, the most dharmic person around, who should be king, is running around from people who are chasing to kill him. Arjuna, the greatest warrior in the world, is hiding and suffering. Nakula Sahadeva, the young brothers who should be pampered, are being subjected to this dark and dangerous forest. Bhima looks around and finds there is a village nearby, and he decides as they wake up in the morning and drink some water, he will then once again carry them to that village, and that's where they will hide for a little longer. Unknown to them, two Asura siblings are watching them and thinking of turning them into their food.